What's going on, guys? I have a commentary here, and I'm talking about Madden NFL 13 today, and of course this is Madden 12 gameplay because the game doesn't come out for another couple months. And so I'm talking about Madden 13 today because E3 wrapped up, and it was a very busy and exciting week for gamers. Just looking at all this news coming out about all the games this year. I watched a good chunk of E3 myself, and so I'm talking about Madden today because a lot of my attention was, of course, focused on Madden and NCAA, the two games I'm looking forward to the most this year. And at first I really wasn't sure what to expect for the EA press conference and all the videos that came out about Madden, and a lot of the stuff is on my channel that you can see about the new physics engine. Like, a lot of this stuff really caught me off guard. Before this week, I had no knowledge at all of a physics engine, connected careers mode. I had no idea what to expect. Honestly, probably my expectations were a slightly better Madden 12, which I was going to be completely fine with if they made some good changes to franchise mode and superstar mode. And I've talked about how I want the depth chart to be better, and I want it to be more focused on fitting players into certain formations, like NCAA's depth chart, and I want a potential gun on a franchise. And so they've overwhelmed me a bit. I'm very excited for Madden 13 now. My expectations are now very high. They have a much higher ceiling than they did a few days ago, because I had no idea what they were doing. They seem to, a lot of the stereotypes about sports games, that it's a rehashed and repackaged product with new graphics package and just new rosters on a new sports game. But this year, Madden, they have made some changes, and I'm really looking forward to the game. And perhaps the biggest announcement and new addition to Madden 13 is what I and a lot of other hardcore Madden and football fans have been waiting for years, which was a physics engine. I did not expect this at all. And while I've looked at the physics engine, it doesn't look too entirely different from Madden 12. I've noticed some changes with tackling mainly, and we'll see what further tuning they do to the game before the August 28th release date. But I haven't seen a ton of gameplay from Madden 13. I've seen a little bit. I just want to see more of like wide receiver and defensive back interaction and see how the computer can cover certain routes. Because of course in Madden 12, there are routes the computer simply cannot handle. The halfback angle route, the four verticals play. The computer can't cover a lot of stuff. And so that's just one of the things I'm looking at. I want to see smarter AI, and especially for the defensive backs, because I want to see him be able to cover the fade route in the end zone, at least try to anyways. A lot of times not even in position. And I just want to see strides made to have more realistic gameplay that'll make me and other hardcore football fans happy with this year's game. And I like Madden 12 a lot. I've been playing Madden 12 since the release date dropped. There hasn't been a time where I just got super frustrated at the game and I put it down for a month or anything. I played a lot of franchise mode. I played a good portion of online, not as much as I really wanted to in this game, but I have played this game a lot. And so I've really enjoyed Madden 12. I'll have no problem playing it until August 28th, until I get my hands on Madden 13. So I do praise EA for making this game much better after Madden 11 debacle. Oh my god, I could not stand that game. I remember my last game I played, there was probably about 100 combined points scored, and there was like kick return for touchdowns, and it was just an offensively focused game, and I did not like it at all because I'm a sim style player. I want realistic football, or I'd just rather not really play it. And I've had a lot of fun playing Madden 12, and now with Madden 13's new physics engine, connected careers mode, there's a lot to be excited for in this game. I mean, Madden Superstar has never in my memory been a very good mode. It was probably better on the PlayStation 2, but I can't remember that far back. So the connected careers mode is the other big thing besides the physics engine. Of course, there's now the opportunity to play as or control a coach, I guess, which is the same thing as being in franchise mode, except for you're more of a character. You're not taking the role of like Leslie Frazier, I guess, or kind of just like overseeing it as like the god of the football team. You're the coach, you make all the same decisions as you used to, and now there's a new like RPG element where you use your experience points you earn to spend on like increasing certain things. I don't really know it much for the coaches. I know it for the players. Like, you earn a certain amount of XP and you can up certain ratings. It's a lot like it was in the Madden Superstar last year, but I like the new mechanic for it, and I think there's a lot more options as far as it goes. And I just think in Madden and Road to Glory, it was kind of easy to rank up your character and get him to a 99 overall. Like, I wanted more of a struggle. Like, that's part of what makes me enjoy sports games, is that struggle and the challenge. While it does frustrate me a bit on MLB 12 The Show. I love football, I love realistic football, and I want to be challenged. And this year, they've also confirmed you will not be the automatic starter if you choose to play as a player in Connected Careers mode. Now, you can play as, from my understanding, you can be any player in the NFL. So I could hop on there and do a Joe Webb Connected Careers mode and try to become the Vikings starting quarterback. I could play as Reggie Wayne and play the end of his career or something like that. I could do a lot of things, or you can make your own player. And it's just I think Superstar this year is going to be a lot more enjoyable, and you'll see a lot more series for it from me and from other sports commentators because it'll be a lot more fun for them to get into. And I'm excited to see the changes to the coach portion of the Connected Careers mode as well, because it's just like franchise mode, so I'm going to compare the two and call it franchise mode probably when I get the game. But I think being a coach this year will be more fun with the legacy portion of it, the mechanic with controls like whether or not you're going to be a Hall of Fame coach, and things you can unlock with your experience points. I've seen things like you can increase the likelihood that your quarterback does not retire, and just some little things like that. I thought it was actually pretty cool. And there's also now the element, if you want, this is interchangeable, it's up to you if you want to do it when you start your Connected Careers mode, but you can have the opportunity to actually be fired from your team. So you actually are assuming the role of a coach because you can be fired. That's awesome. And then I want to see how salary cap is going to be fixed, because I've heard they are increasing the salary cap year after year like they do in real life. And I want players to demand realistic contracts. I have a boatload of cap room in my Vikings franchise, and I have really no big contracts because the guys don't ask for them. Like I signed Kevin Williams to a small deal, and really it's just not that difficult. I don't have to make hard decisions because the game doesn't really force me to. I can sign pretty much whoever I want. And of course, I've made an entire video about this, the greatest thing I think about franchise mode this coming year in Connected Careers mode, playing as a coach. No potential rating. It will now be determined about how the players actually play. I can draft a running back in the 7th round and he will not automatically go to garbage like Kenyon Barner did because of potential system rating, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't stand the potential rating. I thought it was the worst part about franchise mode, and if only one thing could change in this year's game, that would have been it for me. So automatically, MrHurriicane is a happy fellow. But Madden 13, guys, I'm extremely excited right now. I'll have a lot more videos coming out about Madden 13, talking about the information that's dropped about the game, and it's talking about the game in general. So leave your thoughts about Madden 13 after this week of E3 and a lot of exciting things happening. So thank you guys for watching. Leave your feedback, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys next time.